what is a film critic? Are they societal leeches, whoring out their opinions? Are they merely a facet of a Hollywood marketing creative efforts of others while making no real valuable insight to the artistic into the craft of cinema? If you want to find out, keep watching my YouTube show. Or don't, stay dumb forever. It's up to you. Hey, I'm Will McGatt, and you're watching Review, episode 3. I know we went straight from 1 to 3. There was gonna be an episode 2. I was working on it, but my cat ran away into a snowstorm. Like while I was working on it, and he's back now. He's fine. He came back like a week later. See, he's fine. Anyway, it really freaked me out though, and I got distracted, and now we're gonna move forward to something more current. But that being said, before we do that, I actually want to follow up or take another look at the last released episode, episode 1, Halloween, and the review of Michael Myers is back. I didn't like that review of Halloween because I felt like it was just saying, answering a question that I didn't think anyone would really have asked, which is Michael Myers back in this movie. I was like hanging out on YouTube a few nights ago, and I came across this review. So, I don't know, maybe I guess I was too presumptuous with my critique of that review, because it apparently this guy, he calls himself Andre the Black Nerd.
Hi, I'm Andre, I'm a black nerd.
Let's see what he had to say as far as addressing that question.
Michael Myers is back, baby.
So it was like a pretty enthusiastic, my review from the last episode of the Michael Myers is back was like, I gave it a C- for how much Michael Myers was back in the movie. But this guy, like that level of enthusiasm, I would...
Michael Myers is back, baby.
I would think, I'd translate that to like the very least a B+ or higher, depending on this person's emotional range. So Andre, if you're watching this, maybe want to have maybe a friendly debate, a reviewers circle or something, where we could discuss our opinions of Michael Myers is back. Give me a shout out. So we'll see how that pans out. But in the meantime, we'll move on to the new review, episode 3. Okay, so anyway, officially welcome to review episode 3, and we're doing the movie that everyone's talking about, Vice. The Christian Bale, Dick Cheney movie. So let's check out a little trailer. I personally find trailers to be a good place to kind of start when looking for reviews, because it kind of, the reviews that they're going to give you in the trailer is like, that's what the people that made the movie want you to know about the movie, because that's like really what a review exists for. That's why the film criticism industry is allowed to exist, because it helps sell movies. Even bad reviews are still free advertising for the movie. Okay, so trailer for Vice.
The acclaimed comedy of the holiday season. Vice now has more Golden Globe nominations than any movie this year. It's very popular. And the Hollywood Reporter has named it the best picture of the year.
Okay, Hollywood Reporter best picture of the year. Now that is quite a review. And that's probably like one of the best reviews one of the most positive reviews you could give a movie ever, right? Best picture of the year. So this review is from Todd McCarthy at the Hollywood Reporter. my first impression of this review is that it's just trying a little bit too hard. I mean, let's look at the first line here. A high-wire act of the First Order, this scabrous account. Now, you know, I think there's a time and a place for writing that, you know, makes you, where you gotta look up the words as you're reading it. I mean, I definitely, like, understand the urge to, like, annoy your audience. But, that being said, there is a time and a place, and I think, like, here I'm just trying to, I just really am trying to find out some information about this movie, you know? It's like a 4-sentence blurb. I shouldn't have to look up a word to understand what it means, you know? And I don't think I'm being unreasonable. Scabrous, I've never heard anyone use the word scabrous in an actual conversation. But if you know what this word means, like without having to look it up, you know, feel free to send me a DM and taunt me about it on Instagram, handle @WillMcGat. And then, you know, audacious evisceration, consummate chameleon Christian. You know, he's got the little alliteration, or like consonants, whatever. It comes off a little try-hard to me, but I need to like figure, like, what is a testable statement out of what he's saying? Scabrous? Maybe that it's scabrous? I'll have to find out what scabrous means first. What the fucking shit? Call this number and interrupting my motherfucking review. Unacceptable. Oh, is it? Okay, so scabrous. Adjective. It's got 3 definitions. So one is difficult or naughty. Not naughty. Like as in difficult with not naughty, like bad. So let's see, it's scabrous account. Could mean that, difficult. Second definition is rough to the touch. Scales or points. Covered with raised, roughened, or unwholesome patches. So maybe perhaps the movie is covered with or full of unwholesome patches. There's a possibility that could apply to a movie, I think. And then thirdly, we have dealing with suggestive, indecent, or scandalous themes. Indecent. Also, probably could apply to this movie. So all 3 of these could be valid things to judge here. Plus, I'm going to give each definition a rating of how well I feel the movie meets each definition of scabrous. We have our criterion, so we're going, now it's time to go see the movie. Hey, sorry to interrupt the review. I needed to make a quick statement just regarding certain failures and the rectification of those failures from the last episode. You know, I had made certain implications or had alluded to like recording the clips from the movie in the theater to use it as, you know, educational illustrations of the points I fucked up would make in my review. As you remember, I had mentioned that I experienced technical difficulties, but I had promised to get those clips, you know, give me another chance for the next episode, which would be this episode. What I didn't actually realize, though, is that it's a federal crime, apparently, to record any part of a movie in a theater. That being known, I'd just like to say that any, you know, it's a YouTube show, you know, this isn't. There's an element of creative nonfiction, or maybe even fiction, and what I'm trying to say is that I'm not legally liable for anything I said or did regarding to said recording, and I was goofing around, and I definitely would never do that, and would never do it again, or before, at any time. making it a specific federal crime just to record in a movie theater, it doesn't, protect the interests of the artists, of the creators of the movies. All it really is just like, it's like Hollywood using the FBI or whatever as their personal thugs, just to kind of intimidate people from sharing or reinterpreting the media in a way that they don't like. And it's fucking gross. But I'm a law-abiding citizen, and so I'm gonna follow the law, and so we're just gonna have to do without those clips. So all that being said, I did also, just while we're here, wanted to show you this new phone case design that I came up with coincidentally, of course, while working on the last episode of Review. Here it is. It's a prototype, of course, but it's a prototype. This is the right way up. You set your phone, into camera mode. You set it to video. You slip the case on like so. And then your video button, you can press. You can record. And the camera can see through the back. So, you could use this to maybe record video in a place where you wouldn't want like all the bright light from your screen to distract anyone. Like you may be at like a darkened room. But not a movie theater, because that's illegal. You will go to prison for up to 3 years. But this phone case has nothing to do with that, of course, because it's a perfectly legal, non-illegal activity related, just a phone case design that I've come up with for fun. Just in case you really like this, I'm going to show you how I came up with the design, or how I created this design. Okay, so for this, to make this phone case, you're going to need 4 things. You need a phone, of course, to get the measurements correct. If you have another phone case, make sure you leave it on, so it slips on correctly. Then you're going to need duct tape for binding. You're going to need a marker. You're going to need scissors, and then a piece of cardboard. 5 things. I used a LaCroix box because I drink a lot of LaCroix, because I'm an idiot child who thinks water tastes bad. We got all our materials. So first step is going to be, we're going to want to just measure our phone here. You want to measure, the height of your phone. You want to go 1 times the height of your phone. And then we're going to go 1, 2 times the width, right? So we can fold it on over. So we'll give us a little bit of extra room here. We want it to overlap just a bit. So let's go ahead and just do this. Actually, it might. Let's just do this whole chunk. That looks like close enough. It'll leave us a little extra. You want to leave a little bit extra, in case of mistakes. Alright, this is going to be tricky. Man, I wish my tripod was... See, the thing is, I have a tripod. It's there. It's right there, right under some clothes right now. But I have one. The thing... Shit. Give me a second. I'm going to get this cut. The tripod is missing a little thingy that screws on the top. Basically, that lets you screw the camera onto it, so it's pretty much just... Damn it. It's pretty much useless right now. So anyway, this next step is you're going to want to fold your LaCroix box, or whatever. So I guess we really did 3 times... approximately 3 times the phone, just to give us a good coverage. Goldston, NC, what the fuck? Leave me alone. Okay, so now we're gonna want to get our duct tape. So you're just gonna want to take a piece of your duct tape and
just pop
here
and
and
just
stick that bad boy on there. Might want to put your phone in there to keep the size correct. Alright, fold that on over. See what I'm doing? Tape it up. Nice and good. We're going to cut the excess tape off. Now we did get a little long here. We did overshoot the height. So, snap, snippity snap. Okay. Now they're roughly the same height and width. You got to figure out where your camera is, you know, in your phone. On mine, it's on this corner. So I'm just going to pop you in there. And what we're going to do is just remove that corner, roughly where the camera is. Cut through both layers of the box to create a little people. We got to bring up our video app. There I am. What we're going to do is figure out about how high up that record button is. And I'm going to use my marker to mark it here. That looks about right to me. So I'm just going to cut a small hole or flap out about the size of that record button. And you just want to leave a little flap like this so that you are able to hide the button if needed. Not that you'd be doing anything wrong, but just for whatever other reason you might need to. And then, you know, here we go. We'll test it. And you can see me through the phone now. Now I turn it off. Wow.
Now, to get the percent, we multiply these by 100. So we move the decimal point over 2 for each 0. And it's 29. Well, this one's just, that's just the same. I want to do the math again for that one.
We gotta put the percent signs there. So it was 29% difficult. It was 43% unwholesome. And it was 29% indecent or scandalous. Honestly, though, I kind of feel like the whole movie was scandalous. You know, like Dick Cheney, like, just fucked up everything. And, like, it accuses him of a bunch of, like, really shady shit. So to me, the whole movie was like really 100% scandalous. So I'm going to have to disagree with the math here. If we add all of these,
Actually, we'll have to write it out this way.
we get
We add 3. 0 plus 3. Okay, 3 plus 9. 1, carry 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. It's 2. So carry 1 down.
172%. That's our final score, 172%. And if we convert that to grade, I'd say there's a 3 percentile range between an A and an A plus. So if this is just a note that 100% equals an A plus, then if we add a 72 and we divide that by increments of 3 percentiles. Ugh. Okay, we're back. Sorry, my iPhone ran out of storage space. I had to delete some files. But anyway, so yeah, we're increments of 3 to divide the extra 72%. So I'm gonna go to the calculator for that one. Where'd you go?
24. Including the A+ of 100 would be a clean 25.
Congratulations to Todd McCarthy at the Hollywood Reporter for just, for doing a fantastic job with this review. Even though I don't fully understand what the word scabrous means or how to use it in a conversation, I don't like that you used it because it makes me feel dumb. It makes me feel inadequate. But the numbers, you can't argue with the numbers. That's kind of the whole thing here. So we got to go with what the math tells us, and that is a A+++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++ plus 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 plus. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, you know, or if you've seen, or if you like watching any of my other videos that I post on this channel, check that Patreon out. $1 a month, you get DVD bonus features, vlog updates. I got some great perks on there. DVD bonus features, vlog updates. That's for $1 a month. Full access. I need money.